Hello, 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 beautiful people. Come on in. Give me a hello. A hey when you're here, hashtag live when you're live, a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Today we're talking about Black Friday. Oh, we're talking about Black Friday, and I do a Black Friday kind of training every single year because my service providers, my peeps that are selling big, uh, we tend to not to do this Black Friday thing the right way. And so every year I do something that demystifies Black Friday for my audience. And this year I have something super, super special because we're going to do something about it. Okay, we're going to do something about it. So come on in once again. When you're live, give me hashtag live. When you're watching the replay, give me hashtag replay. Hey, we have Elsa, Dr. Ireland. Hey, Alicia. Hey, honey. Alicia, you've been knocking out those action items in Boardroom Ready. I see you. I see you. So here's what we're going to do. How about I give a lay of the land? I give a lay of the land. So this is tis the season to buy, right? Tis the season to buy. And every year, what I see is entrepreneurs like scrambling to get like these Black Friday promotions together, Black Friday offers together, and only to like end up in a sea of noise and then a lot of disappointment when that stuff doesn't work, right? How many people have tried to do Black Friday before? And so here's what I want to talk about as someone who has been responsible for Black Friday for multiple Fortune 500 companies. I'm going to bring an insider perspective on what Black Friday is and how we're going to change the game. We are quite literally going to be doing something that no one else is doing as of yet. So get in on this wave before people start stealing it, because this is chef's kiss. Okay. So let me give you a layout of Black Friday. One, Black Friday is a retail holiday. I need for you to understand it's a retail holiday. Right now, if you are trying to sell to corporate, your window of opportunity for corporate for the remainder of the year is very slim. Why? Because people are checking out. Hi, Angelique. People are checking out in corporate, right? This is when boondoggle season starts and people start to not come to work until the beginning of the year. It is what it is. So that means that you want to shift to your consumer side right now, because Black Friday is a consumer holiday, but particularly a retail consumer holiday. So what are people buying? Think about this. This is traditionally a retail strategy. We're going in, we're getting deals. We're buying impulse buys. It's a very emotional buying season. And so when you are trying to put a square peg into a round hole as a service provider, as someone that coaches, as someone that consults, you're not necessarily attacking Black Friday the way that it was intended, which is a consumer sales psychology holiday. It really is. That is about impulse buys. That is about experience. People participate in Black Friday because of the experience of Black Friday. I mean, how many of y'all participate because of the experience, right? And so, what I want to show you is how we're going to mirror that retail psychology, right? And how we are going to leverage a real retail Black Friday strategy that no one is using except for maybe Amazon. I've started to see Amazon do this, but small businesses aren't doing it, and we should be. We should be. Who's excited? Who's excited? So, I'm going to walk you through this step by step. Okay? You got your notes out? Y'all ready? Somebody put notes in the comment if you got your notes out. Okay. First things first, right? Because this is a huge opportunity in this season for you to rack up. But in order for you to rack up, you got to have the things ready to rack. You got to have things ready to rack. So, Black Friday rule 101. 101. You have to have a Black Friday offer. That offer needs to be Black Friday ready. Somebody put Black Friday ready offer in the comments. And what do I mean by a Black Friday ready offer? It needs to fit these criteria. If you're taking notes, where are my note takers? I need somebody to repeat after me in the notes in the comments. So the criteria for a Black Friday offer are as follows, okay? It needs to solve an immediate need or want. immediate need or want. We're talking instant freaking gratification. Now, that means a lot of you have offers that are like really bold and really broad and long and drawn out. And that's great because we need those offers in our ecosystem too. But for Black Friday, people are buying emotionally, their impulse buys. We need an offer that fills an immediate need or want. So that means we have to reverse engineer our offers to understand what our clients have an immediate need or want for, and we need to create an offer that is encapsulated for that immediate need or want. So another thing that you can put in, if you want to solidify this in your mind, is it is a quick win offer. Somebody put quick win. Quick win offer. Thank you, Dr. Arlen. I got some good note takers today. So it needs to be a quick win. Would you guys like an example? Okay, let's do it. So example number one for a quick win offer. If I traditionally have a business program that, y'all know me, I'm a big picture girl. I like to build out your entire ecosystem, right? Like Alicia, I'm gonna pick on you because you're in Boardroom Ready. You see how big that ecosystem is, right? It is 45 freaking action items, 45 lessons, multiple phases on the roadmap, because I truly want to build. I want you to have the full ecosystem. But if you think about it, in the season where Alicia said huge, in the season where people are not necessarily ready to digest all of that stuff, where they're kind of checked out, right? They want to be like, gosh, they're just trying to make it to the new year and have some fun and spend some time with their family. They're not necessarily trying to embark on these big journeys. So in my instance, I can say, you know what? My Black Friday offer wouldn't be Boardroom Ready, right? That's too heavy of an offer. Now, am I still going to sell Boardroom Ready? Hell yeah. That's one of my hero offers. So I'm going to still sell that. I'm not going to lead that on Black Friday. I am going to lead with a smaller offer that is, you know what? Let's get you some momentum for the new year. This would be something where I would pull out a portion of Boardroom Ready. Maybe the offer, like land your corporate offer before the year is out, right? Or maybe your corporate brand. I can pull out a part and say, have your corporate brand ready to go for the new year. Are y'all get what I'm saying? Sorry, it's really cold here. And I'm like, my nose keeps running. I don't want my nose running all over y'all while I'm trying to teach. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to take your offer and say, how can I either break a current offer into pieces and make it more approachable, right? Or how can I take something and create something that is a quicker hit, that is an easy lift? Okay, Alicia said, got it. Do y'all understand? Is this helping? So we want to have our easy lift offers, immediate wins, instant gratification, right? That doesn't feel heavy. That doesn't feel heavy. So that's thing number one. We're in the psychological aspect of Black Friday now, and I need for you guys to understand. Okay. The second thing, so we're done with the offer. Your offer needs to be ready to ship, right? Light touch, quick win, instant gratification. Nadira asked the question, one of my favorite questions. Should we run ads? Oh, Nadira, honey, we should always run ads. So I'll sidetrack for a second because I've had other people ask this, right? Are Black Friday ads, should I run ads during the season? Are they going to be more expensive, right? Here's what I will say. And I honest to God, it's true. There's another training that I need to do for you guys because a lot of you guys may or may not know that Meta updated its algorithm, okay, for ads. The algorithm is called Andromeda, okay? And Andromeda has changed how we run ads or how the general public runs ads. Here's what I'm going to say. And it has people in a chokehold. It has them in a freaking chokehold. People are losing their mind about ads not working. Nadir, here's what I'm going to say. I'm not losing my mind because I've been the way that Andromeda asks you to do ads, I've been doing it that way. And so I have not seen an increase in expense for ads. And here's what I'm going to say. I am going to bet, I'm going to wager that it's less expensive this year for people running ads during Black Friday if you understand how to leverage the algorithm, because most people are still advertising the old way they've been advertising. And so they are not going to know how to leverage the algorithm. So they are actually freeing up good bandwidth for the people that know how to use it. Okay. That was a long drawn out answer to say, yes, you should always run ads. Okay. But here's the second part to that, which is bringing me to the second part of this conversation, which we have the offer. Now we have to create the experience. So Nadir, here's the kicker. And I hope somebody learned something from this today too. Most people that have an issue with running ads, Angelique, you ain't gonna bully me into releasing that training. For the people that don't see the comment, Angelique, yeah, so yeah, waiting for this meta ads training. It's coming. It's coming. Let's just say, just mark your calendars for December. Let's mark your calendars for December. So, anywho, the second part of after you have an offer is making sure that you have a sales experience. How many people have watched Amazon Prime? How many people watch Amazon Prime? Have you guys seen lately, if you're watching Amazon Prime, when you see the advertisements that come up, you can buy whatever they're advertising from the screen. You literally can click your remote and add it to your Amazon cart from the screen. Buyer behavior and how people consume has changed. And so I'm saying that to say two things. One, I want to address the issue of ads. I promise you 99% of the time when people come to me and say like ads aren't working for me, ads are not working for me, guess what I see why their ads aren't working for them? Because they're not sending people to any damn system. They're not sending them to any experience. So I literally had a client this weekend, and I'm going to pick on her. She's been paying a marketing company a crap ton of money, and they've been getting her results, but they've been sending people through their funnel. And so her thing to me was like, yeah, I was just going to try to like put some ads up and like replace what that company is doing. And I was like, honey, put some ads up to what? She's like, I'm going to record some videos and put some ads up. And run the ads to what? Oh, I want them to book a call. So literally, you're going to run ads to strangers with a video and just send them to your calendar. Do y'all get why that's a problem? Does anybody? Psychologically, I don't know you from a can of paint when I see you. Why would I see one video from an advertisement, which normally that video is going to be 1 minute long, and say, you know what, I'm ready to sign up to work with you right now. Let me go ahead and get on your calendar and get pre-qualified and get ready to pay you a few $1,000s. There was nothing in between that educated me about what I'm actually getting on the calendar for. There was nothing that brought me through the process of becoming problem aware, solution aware, and then choosing you're the person that I want to solve. There was no system in place. And so what a lot of times is happening is we don't have a system to send people through. So what I propose is this unique Black Friday system that allows you to turn on what big companies are already doing, which is experiential shopping. Somebody put experiential shopping. I know I got a lot of smart people, so you can spell that. Experiential shopping is going to allow you to bypass a lot of the things that you traditionally see, where you got to give people, they got to educate you, you got to do this, you got to do all this stuff, you got to nurture, you got to do this. No, I'm not nurturing a damn thing. right? We are going to create an experience and wow people with the experience so they can shop. I want you guys to think about something. How many people have ever been someplace that you were so excited and you kind of maybe spent like how you wouldn't normally spend? I'm going to use Disney for an example. Now, I'm going to say this, and for people that love Disney, okay, don't come for me. Uh, my kids love Disney. My little sister, my youngest sister, is obsessed with it. As a matter of fact, I'll probably be taking her to Disney again. Um, for me, Disney World is the seventh ring of hell. Okay, it's the seventh ring of hell. I hate it. Okay, and I am someone that loves theme parks. I love to ride. Give me Universal any day. Give me Six Flags. Give me Animal. Anything except for Disney. You know why? Because I feel like it's the most expensive place on earth where you're just paying for the experience of Disney. If you really like to ride like me, Disney World rides suck. like, and everything costs a lot of money. But you are sucked into the experience of Disney. And Disney, I don't know if I have the book behind me, but Disney actually it's designed on the principles of creating an experience that never breaks. That experience never breaks character. And so it does feel magical. And so you buy stuff that you normally wouldn't buy, like a $30 teacup. Now, I love Chip. I love Beauty and the Beast. It's my favorite Disney movie of all time. Chip ain't worth $30. But because I was at Disney, I bought it. And so, how can you create your Disney experience? How can you create an immersive experience that brings people in and then wows them? And then here's the kicker. Elsa said the Amazon comment, pretty genius, right? What they're doing. And then how do you allow them, Amazon style, to buy on the spot? Are you guys picking up what I'm throwing down? We are creating an experience. We're allowing people to buy on the spot. And so, what does this look like to execute? What does this look like to execute? Let's talk about it. And then I'll show you some examples. You guys, right now, if you are watching inside of the Insiders, how many people are watching on the Insiders page right now? Okay. You are inside of a miniature version of this event hub. Okay. But we have multiple variations of that. And do you know that every single one can be custom designed? Every single one can be custom designed. And so when you are designing your experience, have you ever thought about like this? What if you had a place where people could go? Let's say somebody signs up for like your webinar, or you have an always on page like this where you can broadcast to multiple places and bring people into an experience. Imagine you create your Black Friday offer and you set up multiple broadcasts, right? And when people land in your system, a door opens up for them. Literally, a door opens up on the screen and they're welcomed into your pre-event lounge. Like, wouldn't that be freaking impressive? Right? And then what if in that pre-event lounge, you had some experiences for them. You had some activities for them to do to get them all hyped up. You had a little gamification to say, huh, What are you guys excited about this broadcast for? What are you guys doing? Hey, tap in, pregame lounge. Tell me where you're coming in from. Hey, here's an action item I need you to do before the event. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be impressive? And imagine if this entire ecosystem is a whole experiential ecosystem where now you can have pop ups and you can personalize the experience and you can alert people about what's going on before the event even starts. And then what if, when the event starts, now you're in a full screen immersive experience where you're talking about your process or you're talking about your offer. And then, right at the right moment, when it's time to open it up for purchase, you now have an experiential purchase, right? You have an experiential purchase opportunity that pops up where they are able to purchase right there, just like Amazon allowed you to shop on screen. Seamless shopping experience. What do you guys think about that? Now, I can tell you right now, nobody is doing this. Nobody is doing this. Here's what people are going to be doing for Black Friday. They are going to be sending out tons of emails. You can forget about organic social media posting because everybody that hasn't posted all year, they're about to start posting now. So your posts are not going to be seen. I can go ahead and tell you that right now. But don't worry, I have a strategy for organic and how to make organic posts show up even when other people's aren't. Right. So that is another thing. But I can tell you, if you think post and pray is a strategy for Black Friday this year, it's not. Because it's entirely too many people just posting and praying. It is what it is. And so, what you want to consider instead is not how do I continue to like grind it out and do all of the things that I see everybody else doing. This is your opportunity to say, how do I have a breakout moment? Right? How do I have a breakout moment? Angelique said, is post and pray a strategy anytime? Girl, you'd be surprised, honey. You'd be surprised. Hell, I'm not gonna throw anybody up under the bus, but there's some folks on here right now that just post and pray. May the Lord watch between me and thee. I living on a prayer. And I'm just gonna tell you guys, for the people that have not learned how to leverage ads yet, my God, today, can I just tell you, if you do not learn ads and that they are such an amazing tool, especially now when people are literally losing their mind about Andromeda, if y'all realize that you are in an amazing spot, because if you come in and enter right now while everybody else is losing their mind, you have a wide open opportunity. You have a wide open opportunity in the marketplace. Do you know there are people that have been running ads for years that have stopped running ads because they don't know how to adapt? And so if ads are, the cost is driven by supply and demand, do you realize that the supply is actually increasing because less people are running ads? Just saying. So I digress. There are people that post and pray, especially during Black Friday time. We do not want to be amongst that group. Lord, we don't want to be in that number. We want to be in the other one. The other one where we are going to build a system. Somebody follow me in the comments. Thing number one. Thing number one. I'm going to recap the stuff that I talked about, then I'm going to show you some examples. One, we're going to have a Black Friday offer, a real Black Friday offer, not something that you're trying to discount what you already do. But we need to have an offer that is engineered specifically, or as my daddy would say, specifically for Black Friday. And let me tell you why. This is what the largest companies in the world do. When I was a senior inventory planner for holiday, I'm going to go ahead and tell my story. I was a senior inventory planner for holiday for Home Depot. So the entirety of Home Depot, all 2,000 stores, It was my responsibility to plan, execute, and implement the inventory strategy for the whole holiday assortment. Do you realize that a part of that was also coordinating with all of the other departments to say, what are we offering for Black Friday? Do you realize the Black Friday stuff was very different from the stuff that we offered in the holiday season specifically? So that meant that most of the things that we entered into the Black Friday assortment were not things that we normally offered. So we didn't just take our current thing and discount it. We added literally things to the assortment that we normally didn't have that were aimed at those emotional buying triggers. So we need to have a real Black Friday offer. That's thing number one. Thing number two, deuce. Y'all ready for thing number two? Say yeah. Thing number two, once we have engineered a real Black Friday offer, what we are going to do is we are going to curate a Black Friday experience. Somebody put experience in the comments. What is our experience? Are we bringing people into a winter wonderland? Are we inviting them into the boardroom like mine is? Are we inviting them into a casino like one of my other things is? What experience do you want to create? What world do you want to bring people into? What world do you want to bring people into? Right? And I realized this thing about world building. Do you guys realize how dope it is to world build? I don't know how many people like read like fantasy books like me. I love fantasy books. I love them because I love world building. I think it's so imaginative and so creative to be able to literally create a world and bring people into it. Okay. And so I want you to think about, like, guys, real talk, how many people are doing that? I'll wait. How many business owners out here are literally creating worlds that they are bringing people into? Okay. And so that is the second thing. You're going to world build because you want to look different from what everybody else is doing. Okay. Isn't this cool? Okay. So that is the thing number two, right? Angelique said, my compliance clause sale is bringing them into the fun of the season to get your compliance right and stay off the naughty list. That's a world building thing, right? So you know you can't break character. You can't break character, right? And this is something that I did this weekend. I'm like, what do I want it to feel like? So, you guys that are inside of the portal, you're going to be seeing something new because as I was building out the execution tracking and all of these things, I was like, wait, if my whole thing is I help people execute, let me give them a freaking execution system. And so it needs to feel like a mission. It needs to feel like you are on assignment. And if I want people to truly like have ownership of this, I need for them to be truly on assignment. I need for them to go in and feel like they are driving this, they are taking the bull by the horns, right? They are doing what they need to do. And so what we did was we said, we're going to build a world, right? A world, and we're going to make it to where things are truly like you are on mission. And so, are you guys coming up with some ideas for the world that you're going to build for your shopping experience? While I'm talking, are y'all thinking about the world you're going to build for your shopping experience? Just inquiring minds want to know. Okay. So here's the world I decided to build, right? This is my mission control HQ. So when people come in to their portal, they are on mission. Now they are commanding their fleet and they are getting mission briefings from me But when they get into their programs, they are also on mission there as well. So when they get into programs, this is what their program dashboard looks like now. And so everything is all about being on mission, making sure that we know what our mission is, what we are supposed to be focusing on. Every single thing is a mission to complete, right? Every single thing is something that you have to execute. And so this is the world that we are building, a world where the mission is the goal and you are commanding your fleet, you are commanding that ship. And it's just fun. It's a fun thing to curate. It's a fun thing to do, but this is definitely something that other people aren't doing. And in the spirit of the season, what are you doing to differentiate yourself? What are you doing to make yourself not look like everybody else and to truly have something that is unique to you? This is what we are doing with building out your shopping network, building out an experience that you are going to be able to utilize to bring people into your world and to anchor in on something that most people won't be using. Everybody else is going to be sending out long, drawn out emails and posting and praying. You can create your own world, your own event hub that you can turn on anytime when you are ready to sell. So, how many people have purchased anything from QVC or Home Shopping Network before? Right? Those broadcast channels are always on, right? I have never cut on QVC and HSN and not seen an infomercial running. Never have I ever. Never have I ever. Right? And you need to have that same broadcast network. So, this is your opportunity to build that. We have a special thing coming up. I decided to do a midweek build next week. So if you are interested in building out your own QWS live shopping network, the information is in the box below this video. All of the things that we talked about, curating that Black Friday offer, getting your actual event ecosystem set up, your own live shopping network, and getting you ready to broadcast. It's going to be delicious. Okay. But I want you to understand you have an open opportunity in the marketplace that most people won't take advantage of because they don't know it exists. There's going to be a lot of things that happen this season, right? There are going to be people that double down on what they're currently doing. I'm just going to send more emails. I'm going to send people to my site. Great. You don't have to abandon email marketing, but the airwaves are going to be real clogged with all those emails. And then some people are just going to say, I'm going to throw some more money at ads and then throw money at ads, get visibility, but then not have a system in place that really differentiates them from what everybody else is doing. And then you're going to have some people that just, once again, what did we say earlier, Angelique, post and pray? Post and pray. Post and pray. Right? And then finally, we're going to have the people that go ahead and say, I am going to build something that nobody else is doing. Let me tell y'all something. I'm leveraging the hell out of my system this season. Okay? I'm leveraging the hell out of it. And if I'm the only one doing it, well, damn it, it is what it is. But I would rather you be doing it too. Oh, we're about to rack up because nobody else is doing this. And that's what I said. They'll be copying it next year. But this year, we've got it in the bag. We have the competitive advantage. Right? Oh, Alicia, that is great. Great question. What do you have to already have in place to build a live shopping system in one night? That is a great question. So, what the pre-work is is you would already have what you need to build your offer. Y'all know I got a Black Friday Kendra bot. Come on. Come on. Y'all know I got a Black Friday offer, Kendra bot. You're welcome. She's going to build that offer for you. And then once you move from that, it is going to ask you some questions about your brand. So you can have your branding already, or Kendra bot will help you come up with a brand and a world that we would build for that. What you also are going to then need is, if you do have any branding assets you want to use, like any images or anything, you'll want to bring those, but also the Kendra bot helps create those. And then what we do on the live is our number one. Our number one, I just want to hear all of you guys' offers. So I kind of do the final sign off and refinement on your offers. And then our number two, we build. You already would have the template, right? So there is a 90-page implementation guide that has all of the code, because we're not y'all, let me tell you the quickest way to do stuff. We're not dragging and dropping any websites. We're custom coding this. This is a custom code. So you'll learn how to become a developer real quick too. So I've already programmed all the code. I've given you all of the raw code. In that final hour, we're walking through how to hook everything up. That's it. How does that sound, Alicia? It is an amazing experience. And honestly, you don't even have to attend live. But I will tell you, the people that attended live, because you get all of the replay and coursework and all that stuff, so you know how to hook it up. But the people that did attend live when we did this last month, it was special. And we stayed on for 5 hours. Right? But that's also because I did that cohort to get the content for this month. And we worked out all of the kinks, and like, it was amazing. It was amazing. But people were building their stuff on the spot, and also they have already started building other things. So this is something that you can now recreate anytime, because I am literally giving you my source code. Great question. Any other questions about that? Any other questions? Yeah, and I want to make sure that you understand this is something that you own, that you can use over and over again, and that you can utilize as a resource to sell whatever you want. So the whole concept of this is you have in effect built your very own personal shopping network, that anytime you want to sell something, anytime you have a product that you want to sell, you can leverage this. So right now I have 3 of them for myself that I use. I have the 777 cash flow one, the boardroom experience one. I actually have an upgrade that I'm doing for that one. That is a very cool upgrade. I'm adding a video experience to that one. And so basically, when people register, they come into a lounge and the doors actually do open, and it assigns them their pre work. So a very gamified, personalized experience. What I want you guys to understand is this is potentially reshaping how we can sell our products, our services. And I, as I use this on myself, as I curate these experiences, I want to empower you guys to be able to do the same thing, which is why I'm like, no, I don't want you to come through a course and like teach you how to code. The best way to learn how to code is to do it for a specific use case. And so that's what I want to show you guys how to do. Okay. So we're going to do that. Registration closes on Friday. We go live inside of the build Tuesday, November 18th from 7 to 9 p.m. That is all we need. Kendra Bot's going to handle the rest. Okay? All right. Guys, I hope you learned something today about how to sell differently for this Black Friday. I will open the floor for any questions that you may have about boardroom, about business. I am open. I am open. And let's just recap while I'm looking for questions. So, if you want to win this Black Friday, we already said you got to have a Black Friday ready offer. You want to have a live, experiential shopping container, right? People need experience, they need connectivity, They need curation. And this is your opportunity to build something, once again, that other people aren't building because they're not even thinking about it that way. As somebody that has quite literally planned Black Friday for the largest companies in the world, I can tell you it's all about the experience. And there are going to be people trying to sell like big, heavy lifts for Black Friday and slap a different price tag on it, and not understanding that your entire process for Black Friday needs to be cohesive. So it's not just about the offer, it's not just about the price, it's not just throwing up some sales. It is about how can I lean in to the full experience, the offer, the experience, the follow up. Like, how does all of that lend itself to movement? And that is what you learn how to do inside of the QWS Live Shopping Network. Okay? So I'll be dropping more information later on this week. Make sure you check your emails. Make sure you double down, though, on what you're going to do. We only got a couple weeks. We only have a couple weeks. And if you were planning on doing anything, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, uh, you need to start thinking about it now. Yep. Oh, Nadira, great question. I'm going to put you on the spot. What type of paid workshop? Because if you think about it, like anything is, like I always say, what is the paid workshop supposed to do for them? Right? What is the paid workshop supposed to do for them? You can absolutely do this for a paid workshop. They better leave with something though. Right? So, prime example, I've done a lot of paid workshops. Um, and you just want people to leave with something at the end. And so it needs to be something that they can get in, get a quick hit, have something that they're walking away with that you can tangibly call out. Right? So this is not the time necessarily to do to say like, hey, I'm going to do a webinar and charge for that. And here's why. Webinars are free, right? But also webinars are generally where you are showing your entire framework. If I were to do a paid workshop now, I would take out one part of that framework. And I would say, by the end of this workshop, you will have what you need. So, prime example, if I were to say, wink, wink, do Facebook ads workshop, I would say, look, you're going to leave this workshop with your first ad campaign up and ready to go. It would be a very myopically focused one that is very tangible. What am I leaving here with? You get what I'm saying? This is really good. Any other questions? Paid workshops. All right. Help with burnout. Okay, so Nadira, so the thing is, what does help with burnout mean? Because I would want to say, okay, well, what's that going to do? So I would say something about, right, hey, look, by the end of this, you're going to have your exact schedule, right, planned out going into the next year. What is your exact routine that you need to have to banish burnout completely? So I would make it a working workshop where they leave with something tangible. Like you're going to leave exactly something. You better not go into the next year like operating on burnout, operating on autopilot. This is what we're going to do instead. We're going to fix it today. And it may not be your full process. Nadira, like think about it. Giving them something that helps them plan their routine is very different from them working with you and actually sticking to execute it. So think about that one hit. I think about my corporate offer, right? My corporate offer architect. So many people buy that corporate offer architect. I don't tell you what to do with the offer after. It builds an offer, but it's an amazing asset. You actually leave with your corporate offer. Great. What you gonna do about it? And so that still leads them to come work with me in something else. But I was able then to build credibility and to prove my value to them through that lower hanging fruit. Like, damn, if she did this with a $47 offer, what in the hell is she going to do in her $3,000 offer? That's really a $10,000 offer. But we're not going to talk about that. Okay. Alicia asked a great question. What can you do it for multiple products at the same time, i.e., a one-on-one experience and a group experience? You can absolutely do it for multiple products. So, Alicia, I'm going to show you an example. Let me pull up an example for you of one where I did it for multiple products. Where is Apple? How many people have? I don't know how to use. After all these years, I still don't know how to use my Mac. I can never find stuff on the screen. Can never find it. Lord, charge it to my head and not my heart. Y'all know how to use the computer, right? I do. I do. Just today, it doesn't feel like it. So let me go ahead and find this for you guys. Where did I do two offers? Where did I do two offers? Oh, I did it on the 777 cash flow system event. And we can show these offers dynamically. Let me see. Okay. Can you guys see this screen? Let me see. Okay. So, Alicia, on this event at around 8, I started the event at 7. Right now, there's nothing broadcasting right now, but this is what one of the systems look like. This is the broadcast page. This all dynamically works and all that stuff. And so down here I started the event, what time did it say? At 7. And at 8 o'clock, these started popping up. So this one popped up first, and then this one popped up next dynamically at 8 p.m. Okay. So this whole section was hidden until 8 p.m. and then the offers popped in one by one. So you can have multiple offers and we can trigger different offers to show at different times, which is actually really cool. Okay. But here's what I will say. You normally want to keep it pretty like locked down, because here's what I also have to let you guys know. Confused buyers don't buy, especially people who have FOMO. So what I started to realize, Alicia, this is just, take it or leave it. But like when I would sell boardroom ready and then F500 boardroom experience, people would have the money to buy boardroom ready, but they would be like, "Ooh, boardroom experience, I get to work with Kendra. I'm just going to wait and save my money for that." So they wouldn't buy anything. And then later they would come back, and 6 months later, still, they would have had the money to do the first thing. And 6 months later, still be trying to save up for the second thing. Right. And it's like, you realize you could have gotten to the result a lot quicker if you just would have did the first thing. But it just say that to say I generally try to stick to only one or two offers, and I generally don't have them as two variations of the same offer, because all things being equal, if you have a $2,000 group course and a $10,000 work with me, there will be people that have the $2,000 right now and they still won't buy the group course because you've now introduced something better in their minds to them. And they're like, well, I'll just wait until I can do that. So generally, if you have two offers, what I would say is they need to be either complementary offers, not two variations of the same offer. And you have to get really clear with what the difference is. Because remember, these are impulse buys. But also, I want to be devil's advocate, Alicia, too, really quickly. If you create a broadcast network like this, what does it matter if you only have one offer to sell every time? Because you can do it every day if you want to. You can broadcast as much as you want. It's always on. It's literally always on. So you can program to have one broadcast up here, another broadcast up here. Everything that people go to this broadcast, go to this one. You're literally creating the experience there for them. You get what I'm saying? So that removes the urgency in our mind that I have to put everything in front of everyone at all times. Let people shop how they shop, right? Which is generally get them myopically focused on something. And then after you've had an opportunity, give them a minute to do that. If they don't do it, boom, come right back tomorrow with another broadcast. Because if you record the broadcast one time, you now have multiple broadcasts you can use over and over again and create that same experience. What I'm helping you guys do is to create your own TV show. I hope y'all do. Your very own home shopping network. What did I say earlier, guys? Have you ever turned on Home Shopping Network and they're not selling something? I'll wait. Have you ever turned on QVC and something's not selling late in the midnight hour? They still selling. Are you guys picking up what I'm throwing down? So you're going to be different this season. You are going to create something that other people do not have, right? Do not have, don't wouldn't know how to create, don't know what to do with, right? And this is going to be epic. Any more questions? Nadira said, love it. Should I offer my high ticket program in the workshop? If they want to work with me, should I price it $97 for Black Friday? Nadira, how much is your high ticket program? I would say the initial workshop, $97 is fine. Knowing you still might not get a lot of traction on that initial workshop, but just be prepared to do a nice little chunk in ad spend to get some momentum. And once again, the experience is impressive. So when you build this, we do talk about how to do your ads for this. You need to understand how to run ads and show people the experience so that they realize it's not business as usual. You get what I'm saying? So that's going to be a competitive advantage because everybody else is think about it, going to come to my webinar. No, I'm like, baby, step into my boardroom. Step into the fiercest F500 boardroom on the planet. Want to see? Right? And so that is what we're showing them. We're showing them better than we can tell them. This is something that look, never mind. I'm gonna show y'all better than I can tell you because I'm gonna go build mine now. I actually have to meet with Leanna right after this. I'm about to go build mine. I'll show you. I have a very special one for the Black Friday season that I am going to build. And when you are able to truly show people the experience, man, man, it is something to see. It is something to see how different you will be in the marketplace. Okay. So, guys, continue to drop your questions. Make sure that you submit. This replay is going to be up here inside of this portal and on YouTube. Um, that's it. Alicia, okay, great question. Alicia asked the question, how does this apply to a service-based offer, one-on-one session with me, for example? You can always turn us, most of my people I work with are service-based. So prime example, Alicia, I'm going to give you some great examples. I could, as me, as Kendra J. Lewis, I could do a Black Friday offer right now that's like, you guys know what? For an additional $500, I'll personally build out your Quiet Wealth Society live shopping network. I'll build out your live shopping network personally. That's a service offer. Or I can say, you know what? For $500, instead of you coming to the build and you having to create your offer, I will personally build your offer. I'll personally build your offer and I'll guarantee that it'll be ready for Black Friday. All right. So Alicia, you can definitely do those, but you have to position it as not just a one-on-one session with me. Like you see what it was different. I both of those things that I just said was one-on-one, right? But that's not how I position it. I position it as what are we going to get done in this one-on-one session? Does that make sense? So Nadira said 3K for 8 weeks and live coaching twice a week with me. Yep. So Nadira, I would want this offline conversation. Are you in Create the Cash? Because maybe you should be. I talk about this in Create to Cash. If you are converting like you want to, if that 3K offer is flying off the shelves, then you can just tell me to shut up. But what I would say is that the live coaching twice a week with you may not be the thing that you need to do. And also, your 3K offer may not be designed for your 3K people. That's all I'm going to say for that. So I would look at your offer redesign. To answer your question, yes, you can sell that 3K offer on the back end um, of your webinar. Of course, you can add that to the back end. But here's the kicker: you need to position it in as a no-brainer. Like, and generally with the no-brainer, they don't need more touch points. They need more clarity in what they're actually leaving with and what you're taking off of their plate. Okay. So just food for thought. Yeah, so Alicia, right? Like, so add on versus the one on one. Yes. So, like, prime example, Alicia, what would we do if I was like, girl, come on and do a one on one with me? I'm sure a whole bunch of people would love to hop on a one on one with me. Hell, it is what it. I'm not sure. I know for a fact people ask for it all the time. But the thing is, what the hell are we gonna talk about? Right? And I probably could change your life in a one on one. But think about your audience and think about like me just saying, okay, one on one with Kendra. I mean, hell, y'all might sign up. But if I say no, in this private session with me, we're going to build out your entire Facebook ad strategy. You're going to lead with the strategy. So I wouldn't call it a one on one with Kendra. I would call it Facebook ad strategy execution. Right? Instead of saying have a one-on-one with Kendra, I would say in this one-on-one, you're going to leave with your entire corporate offer fully built out and know every single thing you need to build for your corporate offer. You're leaving with something. So what I'm saying is not positioning 101, one on one is the delivery model, not the product. You get what I'm saying? What the hell are we going to do one-on-one? Just sit and look at each other and look crazy? Or are we going to actually do something? So don't sell the container. Sell what you're going to actually do in the one-on-one. Package that up. Now, Alicia, have I in my day had people that booked a one-on-one with me and we just sat there and looked crazy because they didn't have nothing to ask? I'm like, well, hell, you paid for it and you want to sit up here and look crazy. I will look crazy too. Here we go. I mean, I'm not bad to look at. So I guess they got their money's worth. You want to sit and look at me? Like, said that's good. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Alicia, we will rock with that. There's so many ideas that I could give you for that one. The holiday stress relief season. Come in here with your old stressed out self. Decompress for the holidays. Right? This is what that looks like. This is what it looks like. Okay? Perfect. Okay. Are you guys good? Are we whole? Do we understand? We're going to behave differently this Black Friday, right? We're not going to release bloated offers. We're not going to be putting out offers that don't make no damn sense and then slap a sale price tag on it. Friend, if you weren't selling it without a sale, you're not going to sell it with a sale either. I just want to go ahead and let somebody know that Kendra don't know what she's talking about. I'm just going to put a 20% off. They weren't buying it before. What you think they're going to buy it with 20% off? Did you? No. We have to do this differently. And we're going to do it by leveraging the behavioral cues that are already out in the market right now. And then we're going to introduce a new way of doing things to the marketplace, particularly for small businesses. So the information to join is below. I'll be sending emails this week, so check your emails. But we only have 10 slots. We're not, because I need to be able to hear everybody's offer. So let's go ahead and make this thing a thing. I'll see you guys next week. Okay, next week inside of the build. And Hopefully this was helpful. Bye for now, guys.